piece of shit over here. Oh, it's a family show. Sorry.
Let's hit start recording. And I should be streaming maybe. Let me open up the page here on YouTube. And hopefully my volume levels are okay. We were trying to set up a dual microphone system here, and it wasn't really working too great.
Not at all. Sorry.
Let's see if I can do... wait, that's not it. No, let's go... Let's find the channel manually through the search here. It's like... There we go. And... let me know.
Sign in to use your widgets. It's a foggy screen on there. What the hell?
Alright, let me pause.
Hey. Hi, Brian. Hi, don't mind being blind.
Yeah, we are
Hi,
live
Wonder.
here. Let me know if I'm too quiet too.
Yeah, I messed up his mixer. Sorry. How do I get this widget thing off here? Hold on a second. Uh-oh, I don't want to click sign in.
Oh, is that in Windows or?
It's on top of everything.
I don't have an answer for that.
Shh.
Actually, let me turn the echo off too. Oops. Okay.
Oh, she's angry. She's got a red light on.
Red light.
Let you know she's mad.
Red light.
What happens if I click on sign into your widgets?
It probably wants you to sign in with Microsoft. You can try it.
I just want to get that off of the screen. Hang on a second. Let me just try something out. There we go. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Chris, say something. Hi,
All right.
Hi, Kimberly Whittree.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, we got some people here. Kimberly
You got the date
Whittree.
wrong in the title again. It's 11/27. Oh.
No, I think I got it right.
Unless you're living in Singapore or something, it's tomorrow.
I've got some people saying hi. Yeah, and again, let me know if the
Just kidding.
volume levels are okay, because we were messing with the mixer trying to get multiple microphones to work, and wasn't seeming to work too great.
JV YouTube channel. Just kidding.
Mm.
He's a date wrong in
JB YouTube. Yeah, no, the date is right, but
yeah, he says.
yeah. Just kidding. All right. Yeah, so this is the live stream. Sorry we started kind of late, but that's okay. And yeah, I was gonna do this yesterday, but I passed out. So I just thought let's not do this. Yeah, so I'm just monitoring the chat here. Mm. 1:37, and it looks like we are indeed good to go here.
Get the party started.
Let me look at the stats here. Okay. Let's see.
What are you looking at?
JB YouTube says you got so mad that time you got it wrong on that date. It wasn't a big deal. Yep. Hey,
Denny, can't say your last name.
Denny. Yeah.
Hello.
Brian asks how our Thanksgiving was. I guess it was pretty good.
Oh man, got a lot of mystery meat. No, serious. Not, I don't really mean it like that, mystery meat, but people were giving my wife dinner plates at work, and it was all kinds of stuff I've never seen before, but it was delicious. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Did anybody do anything special? We stayed home and stayed out of trouble.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. We did nothing except for eat, really. So maybe you guys had more of an interesting time.
Okay. W-I-T-T-R-Y.
Kimberly says, I can hear you, but you said my name wrong.
Oh.
Or my last name. Yeah, I would have to hear it, so I'm not sure. But yeah, we had a pretty good Thanksgiving. How about you, Bryant? See, JB YouTube says, I like when your dad is here because he can answer questions as well. Yeah.
Thank you. To the best of my ability, until everybody tells me to go away. Thanks.
Blind. Who's that? Blind goofball. Oh, asks, who is that with me? That's my dad.
Well, until we get to paternity court, yeah.
Paternity court. Oh no. Denny, got the Braille Sense 6. Okay. Wish you the best of luck with it. It's on Android 10, which is going to be end of life here pretty quick. Don't mind being blind, likes the Braille Sense. Yeah, I guess it's a decent product. I just wish that they would keep it updated. JB YouTube says the best part of Thanksgiving is the cranberry sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes turkey palatable. I mean, yes.
Yes. Yes, it masks the taste of turkey.
Except for the turkey we got. Mom got a few plates of turkey sent over. It was like smoked or deep fried or something. It was delicious.
Oh, absolutely.
It was good. Oh, I couldn't believe it. It had a real smoky taste to it. And Brian says Mom's family came over. Cool. Yeah, our family's too far away.
Way too far away.
Braille Sense. Is a Braille Sense, is that like a Braille note kind of deal, or is it something?
It's a Braille note basically made by a different company.
Okay.
The Braille Sense is pretty good. Yeah, says Blind Goofball. I've heard they're pretty good.
Unmute.
Oh,
she wants to hear what you're hearing.
Kimberly wants to hear the speech. I cannot unmute it, but it just seems like it would cause a bunch of noise.
Well, it would read out. It would read everybody could hear what people are saying to you as you're reading them.
Yeah, as long as it wouldn't drive people crazy. Let me.
And you can turn your sound system down here, or it's all going through your headsets. Anyway.
Yeah, let me slow down the speech here. Yeah, we can do that.
And then get feedback and see if it's annoying or not.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
more annoying, having the speech turned on or clacky keyboards?
Let's see, let me find the.
We could do that too.
Not checked.
Clacky keyboard.
sounds like a Smith Corona.
Jeez.
Q.
I gotta
Can you please unmute your speech button chat? Blind Tech Productions.
All right, so here we go. So you should be able to hear the speech now.
Hi, Chris. Button chat actions.
Yep, got some more people that are saying hi.
Blind goofball. Wait, do you not like turkey? If that is true, then. Button chat actions.
One goofball says, "Do I not like turkey? I don't like bird." In general, so that includes chicken, turkey, things like that.
JB out. Does the website of the GPD Win offer drivers in case you lose them or do a clean install? JB out to the channel.
JB YouTube asking about the GPD Win. I think you can get drivers off of the website. I honestly haven't looked in a very long time.
Does button chat actions. Blind Tech Productions.
But yeah, the last time I was on there, I found drivers for the GPD Win, the Win 2. So I assume they're there.
Howard Ha. Blind Tech Productions. Howard Ha.
Blind Tech Production says, "How are what?"
R Ha A H A button C.
I'm not sure what that's about.
Denny Brsic. Him said they'll offer an OS upgrade sometime. Also, the Croatian voice in Braille Sense Vocalizer does not work, so I had to get the official Vocalizer TDS.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if HIMS actually offers an update to Android. I doubt it. They said they were going to do that with the Braille Sense Polaris, but that's still stuck on Android 5. So that's really outdated at this point.
Button chat actions. Unmol Gare. Hello Chris, how are you?
Guess people saying, "Hello, how are you?" Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys? And yeah, definitely let me know if the speech is too obnoxious. I thought it would be, which is why I haven't been using it lately.
Button chat action. Blind Tech Productions. Yeah. Star. Button chat actions. Bryant 9864. That's the problem. Him says that and they never do. They promised firmware upgrades with the Polaris, and that never happened. They
Yep.
promised upgrades with the 6. That didn't happen either.
Exactly, Bryant. And they don't update their products, and I don't know why.
Button chat action. Axel's Universe.
So
Yeah,
right now it's reading to you Axel's Universe, right?
yeah,
Okay, and they're hearing that?
yep,
Okay. I just want to make sure I can follow along right here. Cause...
yeah. I can turn on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need to hear it.
I can turn on. I think it can highlight what's on the screen. I don't know if I already had
No,
that.
it is because when you go read the next one, all the stuff that you just read all shifts over to the left.
Ah.
See, because it says you're on either Axel's Universe or ML Gary.
Can you play BK Floor? LOL, it's not out yet.
ML Gary.
Can you play BK what?
You play BK Floor. LOOR.
BK Floor?
Space.
I don't know what that is.
It is BK4.
The fourth one? I don't think he's making a game after 3.
But Unmol Gare, this TDS is very nice. I love this voice. Button. Can you play BK Floor? LOL, it's not out yet.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's out. And I don't think it will be out because I heard 9 years ago that he was done after this game.
Button. Unmol Gare, this TDS is very nice. I love this voice.
The voice I'm using right now is It's a Microsoft one that comes with Windows. So
Chris is really picky about his TTS voices. I can tell you that. He goes through about a zillion of them until he finds the right one. Which one is it you're using?
it's a Microsoft one. It's how's it called? Microsoft
Sarah?
Microsoft Zyra. Or well, here.
NVDA shape voice combo box Microsoft Zira collapsed Alt plus V.
Yep, that's the voice for.
You'll start getting feedback after a while.
Q and Innova.
Or those of you that may be curious.
Button chat Kimberly Witry. Hello Microsoft Zara.
Microsoft Zara. That's close enough, I guess.
Button chat JB Autoba channel. Microsoft has created a new voice on Azure called Anna, and it sounds like a female toddler.
A new voice. Microsoft has made a new voice on Azure, and it sounds like a toddler. It's called Anna.
Oh no.
Well, hopefully it's not as bad as Microsoft Anna from Windows Vista and 7. That was trash.
Button chat act Blind Tech Productions. I meant to type how are you, but I messed up.
Okay, that's what you meant. Blind Tech Productions.
Button chat actions. Don't mind being blind. What is the GPD win?
The GPD Win, it's a line of pocket computers, basically. The one I have is the original from 2016, I think, and it's about the size of a DS. But it's basically a very, very, very tiny laptop that runs Windows.
Plus it's got game controllers on it.
Yep.
It's got thumbsticks or whatever you call them, and thumb joysticks and
Yeah.
toggle buttons for your throttles and stuff.
Yeah,
And it's running Windows 11.
Yep. I put Windows 11 on it.
It works just fine. We were testing out the NIM, and you were using that to remote control one of my computers.
Oh yeah, I put
RIM, yeah, NIM.
Remote Incident Manager.
Yeah, on the GPD NIM.
Yeah.
And you were controlling the monster. You were controlling the
Yep.
i3.
Yep.
It's a neat little. The only bad thing is that when the battery blows up, it splits the case open. And it's annoying.
Yeah. Well, the newer ones are much better. The best one is probably the GPD Win Max, but be prepared to pay. I think it starts at 1,200. But it's quite the monster, though. I mean, it's a nice it's a nice computer.
That thing's worked good. You've had that probably 5 or 6 or 7 years.
Oh yeah.
Button chat actions.
Let's see. Let's keep going
Sorry,
here.
I sound echoey.
Yeah, it works best if you're right by the microphone. Which is, well, it depends on what you're doing. I say it's generally a good thing because it cuts down on background noise.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, is it? Yeah, okay.
That's better, right?
I would imagine.
I'm not talking very loud either. Sorry.
What is the GPD win?
We
Button
tried.
chat-
We tried to hook up another microphone. We just got a bunch of static out of it.
Yeah.
Blind Tech Productions. LOL. Button chat action. Kimberly Witry. Hi, my name is Zara and I am a robot.
Hi, my name is Zara and I am a robot. I mean, it's not the greatest voice.
Button chat actions.
If I could, I would use the new natural voices, but they only work with narrator. And I'm not going to use narrator right now.
Denny Brisick. At least Android 5 is better than the Note Touch on Droid 4.4. Jeez.
Android 5 is better than the Braille Note Touch on 4.4, I guess, but not by much.
Button chat, blind goofball. I prefer the speech off. But clacky keyboards are still the more annoying thing, I think.
I prefer the speech off. See, that's what I mean. Some people may find it really obnoxious, so I can turn it off if you guys want me to.
Button chat act Bryant 9864. I think I would prefer if you turned your speech off.
Okay, we got 2 votes for off.
Button chat Kimberly Witry. Soy 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 soy.
Yeah, okay, so let's read a couple more of these and then I think I will turn this off.
Button Mark Miller. Hi.
Mark Miller says hi.
Button Kimberly Witry. Message retracted.
Message retracted. Okay, I'm not sure what that was supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Button chat actions.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to turn this off.
Soy. That's what she was typing.
All right.
OBS controls audio volumes proper mute mic / auxiliary prop controls win mute prop volume mute desktop audio checkbox not.
There we go. That should take the speech away. Blind Tech Productions.
He's talking about it.
Yeah.
Responding to the dead guy about the GPD win.
The newer GPD wins probably are about the size of like an iPad Mini. Mine's about the size of a DS or a DSi.
Two iPhones put together.
Stacked
on top of each other.
Yeah, mine's probably about the size of an iPhone 6 Plus. So if you have an idea of how big that phone is, it's about the size of those. So pretty much anything in the plus range of iPhones from the iPhone 6 to I believe the 8. Because I think after the 8 they changed the size. Danny's talking about Croatia against Canada. I'm not sure.
Football.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't follow.
Or for you Americans, soccer.
I don't follow sports at all.
No, Brian. Okay. Vista. No, everybody's getting Vista for Christmas.
Oh, jeez.
The secret's out. Damn.
Vista.
Yeah. Yes. You're all getting condemned to Vista Hill.
Vista.
You're gonna have 500 megabytes of RAM and an 80 gig hard drive.
Let's see. I've got Axel asking me what I think may happen in Timecrest 4. I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see. We don't really know why Kronos is doing the things that he's doing. I mean, we have more of an idea, but it seems odd. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't want to say anything too much because there's no way of knowing. Absolutely. Now, I will say, as of June, the Lifeline games are back, which is pretty cool because I've been wanting those to come back since December of 2016. I thought it was abandoned, but it looks like that is back. And for those of you that don't know, it's a series of games like Timecrest where you're in communication. You're in communication with a character, and you have to make choices. But just like in Timecrest, you have timers. So if the character has to eat or has to travel, you have to actually wait. So that makes it a bit more immersive, I would say. So it looks like those games are back. Hopefully, those will continue. But the last game came out in June, which I didn't know that until yesterday. Kimberly says, sorry, I cannot spell that great. That's okay.
It's close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryant says he wishes that remote incident manager would become more mainstream. I do too. That's going to be the problem, though, is trying to convince people to use it over other products like TeamViewer.
It works great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I installed it on my computer so Chris could take it over, and if I can do it, almost anybody can.
Yeah.
But it works. It was reading everything that it was supposed to. Unless you get to those websites where they go tab or button.
Oh, yeah.
Button. No.
I've also heard that they're going to be porting it to Mac OS, though I don't know if that's confirmed yet. We'll have to wait and see. I keep going back and forth on getting new Mac hardware. I'm thinking right now I may not. I may wait because I want to see what they do next year in terms of the operating system. And hopefully improving VoiceOver more, but I guess we'll see. Tuhong asking about Microsoft.
Is laugh out loud Anna from Windows 7.7 or Windows 7 question mark.
Yeah, that's the voice that I was talking about.
Yeah, it's Sam's wife.
iOS Gamer, greetings. How has your day been? Hey, it's been pretty good so far. How about you?
He stayed awake.
Yes, I've kept myself up.
Hi, Mackenzie.
And there's Mackenzie Parker, or I guess that's how you say it.
That's the way I read it. Stop.
Yeah, I've got more people telling me to turn the speech off. Well, I did that. Danny says Windows Vista needs a ballista. I mean,
throw it over the castle wall.
The thing with Vista is if you have plenty of RAM and you install all the updates, I've heard it's actually not too bad. But it got quite a bad rap.
Because they'd sell you bundles with Windows Vista with 512 megabytes of RAM. Okay? And at the time, Chris was probably 8 or something. He didn't know nothing about computers. I didn't know anything about taking them apart and putting RAM in them. That was like, no, you don't open a computer, okay? And they came woefully underperforming, okay?
Yeah.
Even with 1 gig of RAM, they don't work very well. But I mean, what do we got now? We got a SSD and an old, what is that thing? Pentium or something. Running XP with an SSD and 4 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
You can make Vista run like that too as a new equipment.
Oh yeah. Well, and of course the thing about Windows Vista is they came out with Windows 7, which I don't know why people thought it was so great, because it was just Vista with the bugs fixed.
Well, okay, I can tell you one thing that was wrong. Well, another thing, bugged people was everybody got used to how Vista looked. Sorry, but and here's the button for this, and you do this, and this happens, and they just changed everything. Okay, so it's like, oh gee, this power button used to be over here and the start was here, and all of a sudden you can't find it. And jeez, no, it was just too much of a change, and they didn't need to do it.
Yeah.
If they would have just brightened up Windows XP, which is what 7 turned out to be. Okay, 7 is what Vista should have been.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Because, from my perspective, sorry again, it was, a lot of it was how it looked. Okay. There's this like, ooh, pick 6 different ways to show a clock. Who cares? Okay. I got a clock on my microwave. I got a clock on my cell phone. I got a clock on the Alexas. And every time you hit something, there'd be a pop-out screen. That's the same thing when they did 8 with the stupid tiles. Okay?
Yeah.
So what do we get? 8, but it's called Windows 10, and they just took away all that crap.
Yep.
Sorry, excuse me. I'll shut up. Yeah, I found a lot of Vista computers thrown away that work just fine. They run 10.
Oh yeah. Let's see, JB YouTube. I have no idea what is wrong with Audio Game Association. The development has stopped. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their deal is. I'm kind of done buying their games because I'm not terribly impressed by them. Sabina is interested in downloading Stardew Valley. I think the best way to get that is for Windows, but I think you get it through Steam, and you have to get some kind of mod to play it with a screen reader. I don't know too much about that because I don't play games like that require you to patch things. Kimberly is talking about eSpeak NG. I'm not sure what that's in reference to.
Oh, good.
Oh.
That's what I take NG for.
No, it's a software synthesizer for text to speech, unless you just don't like it, which, yeah, it does sound quite, it sounds like a robot. Definitely sounds like a robot. Danny's asking if the Lifeline games are available for Android. Yeah, I believe so. I bought them on iOS, but they are in the Play Store. I assume they're accessible. The only game that's not is what's it called? Lifeline Whiteout. That one, for whatever reason, is graphical, and the text is not read at all, so I would not waste your money on that one. Axel says everything happened in 2016. I know, I am lagging like crazy. I'm sorry, you guys. iOS gamer doing government class homework? Okay. Oh, geez. Amal asks if I like Manamon. It's an okay concept. I don't like the developer and his policies. Let's see here. Kimberly, can you mess with voices on your phone? I mean, I can, but I don't know if I should do it here necessarily. I mean, if you want me to do that, I can do that.
Do a separate video.
Yeah.
Then you don't bore your dad to tears.
Yeah, or Or, if you really want me to, you can contact me and we can go on any number of chat platforms and I can mess around with things like that and do things like that. But yeah, I don't think I should do it here because people probably don't care or they may not care. So, yeah.
Eat up a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's like letting me talk.
That is a very corny number joke, Denny.
Oh, wait, hold on, let me see. Chris, why did 687 because 789? Yeah.
Because 789.
Here's my one French. How's that? My one French joke. You hear about the cats in the boat? No. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. That's counting to 5 in French. So you get it. Un, deux, trois, cats. What happened to the 3 cats in the boat? Sorry. Un, deux, trois, 3 cats.
Sank.
Sank.
Yeah.
Now you know why I'm not a famous comedian. Somebody already stole my name anyway.
Let's see.
There's actually a comedian with my name out there. Okay. You type in YouTube my name and you get somebody else. That's not me.
JB, yeah, we're still waiting on Blind Quest 3 and Hellhunter 2. I don't know if I'll buy them, but yeah, those are still presumably being developed, or at least I hope so. Mackenzie's asking about the voice on the Echo added to the Fire tablets. I did send them an email about that. I don't know if they'll do anything. We shall see. I don't think I'd buy those tablets. I don't really like tablets.
Well, the cool thing is they listen. See? See?
It's probably
See?
people buying things on Amazon.
Tell them a story about audiobooks. Okay? Walk around the house complaining about it enough, and what do?
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, you can play books on groups of Echoes as of a few years ago. So that's pretty cool.
Well, the thing was, you could only get audiobooks to work on one device. Okay?
Yeah.
And we'd sit at the kitchen table, I can't say the word, complaining about it, right? But we had so many of the devices laying around, they heard us complaining about it, and, instead of giving us ads for Jeeps, they started making it work. Because we were just talking about it. So, gee,
yeah.
all you gotta do is just, do whatever it is that they do, blow some magic smoke into it, and the next thing you know, it was working. You could play the book on tape through the whole house.
Yep.
We've got, I don't know, 10 or 12 of those things.
Well, and I think it makes sense because,
yeah.
Initially, it was music, podcasts, and stations on TuneIn and iHeart. So, yeah, it would make sense to be able to do that. So,
yeah.
They did. The one thing they haven't done, which I understand why, but it drives me crazy. But if you have cameras, you can't listen to the audio on devices unless those devices have a screen. But that's, well, I guess it's because most of the world has vision, and so the idea is that you want to be able to see and hear. But that's just the world that we live in.
But if we talk about it enough around enough Amazon devices, they'll get around to it.
Yeah.
Imagine there's 300 million people in the United States and they're hearing all this stuff. Do we give them Subaru commercials or make this work? Geez, there's only 24 hours in a day.
Static Master. Let's see, what's this? What Macintalk voice is my favorite? Probably Alex. We've got someone talking about using Steam for Stardew Valley. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. That is a mainstream game that's not natively blind friendly, so I don't really care. JB YouTube asking for the site for the Braille Sense. I think it's hims-inc.com. Let me check real quick.
Yep. Braille Sense 6 me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's curved like your fingers instead of just straight across like the old Braille note. Okay.
yeah, it's hims-inc.com. But they're very expensive devices, so have fun trying to buy them. Danny, sorry about my joke comment. Nah,
Corny joke.
that's fine.
That's what we're here for. More humor.
iOS game content. Asking about live streaming on an iPad. I think you just use the official app for YouTube. You can go in there. I think it's got a button when you create a video to live stream. And I think it uses the camera and the microphone on your iPad.
Ahmed says hi. Hi.
Yeah, let's see. Ahmed's saying hi. Yep. Hey. Static Master. Did you play the first version of Blind Quest where the wolf had a sword? No. No, it just sounds weird. That was probably a bug. JB YouTube, is the Braille Sense cheaper or the Braille Note Touch Plus? I think they're about the same. The Mini is probably cheaper, but it's still $2,000 or $3,000. So yeah, not cheap. Oh yeah, Bryant says press tab to move. Oh yeah, because in Blind Quest he would go press tab to move, and this was a human. So I don't know why he talked like that, but that was really weird. It's like, press tab to move. I'm like, why would you voice it like that? It's just really weird. Woof, 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 woof. What? Okay.
Kimberly, who I can't pronounce her last name.
All right, good. So I am at the bottom of my comments. As of right now.
See, we bored everybody to tears. That's what it was. Okay. Sorry.
Let's look at the stats here. I've got 10 watching now. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Please watch my son.
Please watch my son. Please watch.
Tell all your friends.
iOS game content. Let's see. I still have my Braille Sense from 2018. Although sometimes it gets stuck from every now and then. Are you talking about the Braille Sense Polaris? Yeah, at this point, the Braille Sense Polaris is running a very outdated version of Android. Very outdated. If you're still using a phone with Android 5, I would seriously suggest that you upgrade because that is a very old version of Android. Sounds like the dude in Blind Quest had
Recording disorder.
recording disorder. Says Evanator. I don't know why he did it like that. That was really weird. JB talking about Humanware needing to update the acapella voices. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do that. They don't update their stuff. They come out with products, wait 8 to 10 years, and come out with a new product that's outdated and overpriced. Kimberly, tweet. A bird? Okay. The Touch Plus is cheaper than the BrailleSense Mini? Says Denny. I didn't know that.
And it was cheaper than the BrailleSense 6, and the Mini costs around $4,200. Oh, wow.
Whoa. I didn't know that. Okay.
That's a 4-seater swing.
Yeah, that's too much.
Whew.
I'd rather buy a lot of things than that thing.
That's crazy. I mean, you get what you pay for, yeah. Well, it's like when you had those Braille notes when you were little, those things were $4,000 or $5,000.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Braille notes. Yeah.
Back 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 20 years ago. Jeez.
Yeah. Evanator. I mean, even a robot could do it better than this dude. I mean, I like his... He does a pretty good job 99% of the time. I just don't understand why he voiced it that way. Not sure what the deal was with that.
To get everybody talking. Okay? 50 years from now, they'll still be talking about it. People will still be playing these games.
iOS game content says, yeah, that's the version of BrailleSense that's being used. Yeah, I mean, I guess it still works, but Android 5 it's like 8 years old now.
That's like ancient in computers, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
I hate to say it.
It really is.
As we're using a 6-year-old computer right here.
Yeah, but it's a 6-year-old computer on the current edition of the OS, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, Chris, you haven't had a use for something like a BrailleSense or a Braille Note for years.
No.
Okay, and especially with 10, good grief. And then Flex works really good,
Chrome OS Flex, yeah, it works pretty good. If your computing needs are quite basic, yes, it works really, really well.
No, I'm just saying as far as you don't need text and Braille translation or anything like that.
Oh, well...
I mean, it's good to learn that stuff, don't get me wrong, but in practice you don't use it.
Not really. I mean, I had a Braille Note...
You got a refreshable Braille.
I had a Braille Note M-Power probably from, 2007 till 2010 or 11 maybe?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you really haven't had a need for it.
No.
But there is a use for those things. If nothing else, it's to get people to use Braille, because you shouldn't lose.
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't lose the ability to use Braille.
No.
Because when the great EMP strike comes, okay, and they burn up everything but the vault that they keep all the Braille copies of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Excuse me. Oh no, we don't know how to grow food or make anything, and all the instructions are in Braille. We went to the former governor of Massachusetts, and he doesn't read Braille.
Yeah, no,
Sorry, I'll shut up.
I think Braille, I mean, it's a tool, and
Yes.
if you can learn it, I would learn it, because it's just, it's nice to have.
It works without electricity.
Oh yeah. You don't need electricity. You don't need light. You just have to be able to touch it.
We still have a Perkins Brailler.
Yep. There's a Perkins Brailler. I think it's in the closet somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Talk about clacky.
Oh yeah. Well, it's basically a Braille version of a typewriter. Kimberly says tab. Tab not. Not sure what that's about. Unless you're talking about the guy from Blind Quest.
Sorry we're not keeping up with the comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm a slow reader. Sorry. I'm drifting in and out. I'm over there smoking a cigarette.
Evanator is asking about Hearthstone. Yeah, I've heard that they're going to make it accessible. We shall see. Judging by their past actions, I don't have high hopes for it, but we'll see. I don't know. I'll believe it if it happens, but until then, it's not really a priority in my mind. Someone saying ice cream sandwich was the XP of Android. I never used ice cream sandwich. I started using KitKat, and it's gotten better. I think accessibility actually wasn't as good in ice cream sandwich. I don't think they had proper touch support. I think we got Explore by Touch and proper touch gestures in Jelly Bean. If memory serves, but it's been a long time. But I've found if you keep your copy of Android up to date, it's actually getting much better. But that's just been my experience, because I started out with KitKat, and it was okay, but I had TalkBack. I had it crash on me, and then I couldn't start it because the thing to start it by putting two fingers on the screen, that didn't work, and it was very confusing. So it's gotten better, not worse. But that's just me. iOS game content doesn't use the Braille sense much, but your friend wants it. Well, then you can let your friend have it, I guess.
Wants to practice Braille to text or text to Braille.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Pass it on to somebody that can use it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that refreshable Braille you got. That was a deal.
Oh, yeah.
They were done with it, and it was like $4,000 piece of equipment.
We got it for like $299.
$350, yeah, something like that.
That's not bad at all.
All you had to do was unstick a couple of the little pins.
Yep.
That was just from not using it.
Colby, what is that?
Oh,
Colby and Amanda's channel.
Hi.
Yep.
Hi, guys. Thank you. You're boosting our numbers, yeah?
You're boosting our numbers.
you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Dominic says, hi. Yep. Hey.
Hi. I guess he's awesome. Cool. I like the name.
JB YouTube.
I am so sorry. I'm embarrassed now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I didn't do that. That microphone's not supposed to pick that stuff up.
Not supposed to. Kimberly is asking who's with me. This is my dad.
I'm Steve.
Yep.
Hi, Kimberly. I'm the one that couldn't pronounce your name.
Yeah, I was asked to get my mom on here, but she's not here right now. So I'll have to see when she might want to do this. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Mackenzie doesn't like the Perkins Brailler. What? I mean, that is your choice, I suppose, but...
Well, yeah, Chris hasn't touched his in like 3 years.
No, but I
You could.
could if I had to.
If you had to. If I twisted your arm and denied you supper.
I mean, I could.
It's just nice to have it, though.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely. Colby and Amanda's channel says some cells in the Brilliant 40 aren't working. The Brilliant BI.
Yeah, gunk.
You may need to clean it.
Finger gunk.
Yep.
You figure out which ones are doing it, and you just keep entering that word or phrase or whatever. But use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on a Q-tip. Okay. You just shut it off, let it sink in there for a little while, and then just try to make it, because that's what we did to your braille, your refreshable braille. We just kept working it and getting a little bit of alcohol in there. Don't use soap and water. Do not use soap and water.
No.
But yeah, it's I don't want to say dirty hands, but your hands have oils on them, and they get on the little pins. What do they call those things? Pins. I don't know what they call them. But it gets on there, and they just get sticky.
Yeah.
Okay? And they're not that powerful.
But well, the technology, I think it's called piezo electric cells or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they can't stand a lot of friction.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just naturally have oils. You don't feel it on your skin, but you've got oils on your skin, and it gets on those little pins, works its way down in there. A little bit of alcohol will free it up.
Yep.
Just play with it. If it's the E's getting stuck, just
Yeah.
over and over and over. That's what we did.
The Dominic says, yes, I am awesome. Well, I'm glad that you think you are.
I like the name.
Yeah.
I like the name.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, most people are afraid of blind people. It's sad.
It really is.
It's not. I'm not afraid. I won't say afraid. I just don't know how to act. They're like, oh, if I say the word "see" around them, they're gonna get mad at me and sue me or hit me with their cane or something.
Mm-hmm.
No. They don't. In my experience, they don't mind.
No.
It's all right.
Colby and Amanda, is the Brilliant
DI40X.
I think it's the BI 20X and 40X. Yeah, that's the newest generation ones. They have text to speech and some other things on them. I think it's got like a calendar, a clock. Apparently it's got Wi-Fi, so I assume you can use it to directly download books from Bookshare, and you can read those on your Braille display, which is kind of cool. But not $2,000 or $3,000 cool. Sorry.
Better than having 500 pounds of paper delivered to your house from the Congressional Library.
Oh, jeez.
You used to get those?
Yes.
Here's 10 pounds of book.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it wirelessly over reading it off a Braille note.
Yeah.
I would. If I had to do something like that. Yeah, because there's some things you can find in books that you can't find anywhere else.
JB says, I like the Braille note because the Braille note, or I like the Braille note over the Perkins because the Perkins can't help you cheat in class.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Can't help you cheat in class.
As you're connected, does anybody know the answer to this question? You're there. You tell you the answer. Oh, hey, I know. Not bad. And they got no idea. Teachers got no idea what you're typing.
They can't see it.
That's a bunch of bumps. They don't
Yeah.
know. They got, I mean, you know, all through school, you had all your stuff brailled out for you, but your teachers didn't know what the hell it said.
I had to Braille it, and then I would print it. And then we moved from that to just, I'll give you a copy of the file.
Yeah.
And that worked out much better.
Oh, I remember for a while there you had that it was an IR controlled printer.
Oh yeah.
The Braille note, you'd print to that thing.
Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous.
Whew. Thank God for technology.
Yeah.
Thank somebody for technology. Man.
Evanator says, I'm not a fan of the Braille note, but you use it because you're supposed to use it in school. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's not, well, so in terms of the things that it was made to do, it does those tasks very, very well.
It's part of your training.
And that too. I mean, I might not be here if it wasn't for that, because the Braille Note M-Power was what got me interested in computing. So it's hard to say. Definitely, though, I do think the newer ones based on Android do allow you to do much, much, much more. I just wish that they would keep their stuff up to date, because that's just bad that they just don't, and I don't know why. But
And if you ever had to speed type something, you could use a Braille keyboard. Okay, it's so much faster than a QWERTY keyboard.
yeah,
So much faster.
oh yeah,
I mean,
oh yeah.
okay. It is fast. It's a good skill to have. You'll never be sorry. It's like learning a foreign language in school. You're never really hurt by it.
No.
Okay, might be you're forced to use it. Yeah, I had to take a foreign language in school.
iOS gaming content. I would give the Braille Sense to a friend, but she's cited. Oh, and she likes it because she thinks it's a futuristic computer. I mean, I guess it.
Yeah, you tell her for $2,500 you can have it.
Yeah. Wow.
Because it would just sit somewhere. It wouldn't
Yep.
be used.
It'd be kind of a waste. And
I mean, think about, somewhere out there, there's, a 6-year-old kid that would love to have something like that.
oh yeah,
'Cause that's what got you into computing.
yeah.
And then 50 computers later, here we are.
Mm-hmm. 50. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
No, I won't. I can't.
Yeah, I mean,
Stop.
I've always viewed the Braille notes as outdated, not futuristic, but that's just me.
Well, somebody that's never seen one and has got, every time you type something, these little things pop up on it. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I suppose so, but definitely not futuristic, not in terms of its functionality. Because I mean, hell, the Braille Note M-Power came out in 2005, and I think even by then it was kind of.
It was running CE or something.
It was running something stupid old.
And
I'm like, really?
the Wi-Fi card was a compact flash.
Yes.
It didn't work very long.
Yes.
You're so glad to get your second one because it had a regular Ethernet connection or something. Or a regular Wi-Fi.
That one was garbage. I had it for about a week and I gave it back to them. I was like, I don't want this. It crashes constantly. It had built-in Wi-Fi, but it was very, very slow. And yeah, it was just.
He's gone PC and he's never looked back.
Yeah, well.
Dell.
Dell, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can't go wrong with the Dell.
CD says the Perkins is heavy, clanky, and low.
Yeah. Well, it was developed 100 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty old, but
It works.
it still works.
Kind of like a Model T. It will get you there. Okay.
Colston says the accessibility was so good, I didn't even need to use my eyes once you put USpeak in it. Wait, you're talking about Android phones? Because it's something about bloatware. Not sure what that's in reference to. Colby and Amanda's channel, it's the old one that's the problem. I don't know if I can get a new one. If you can buy it, or if you can get some kind of institution to buy you a new Braille display, that'd be cool. If you want something for less than $1,000, you could go with the Orbit Reader 20. I think those are being sold for $800 or something like that.
It's a 20 cell.
Yeah, they have a 20. There's a 40 cell that's being sold for, I think it's either $1,200 or $1,600.
Yeah, double the price of the 20.
So, I mean, that's not bad either compared to the other stuff that starts at $2,000 or $3,000. So, if you want Braille, I mean, it's come down in price. It's not where I would personally. I mean, I would like to see this stuff drop under 1,000, and they did it with a 20 cell, but that's about it. But yeah, I mean, so it's getting better. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better.
Mackenzie's laughing. about something.
Mackenzie, yeah, I'm not sure what that was about.
Sorry, we're so far behind.
I'm sorry.
I'm a slow reader.
Always thought you restarted it by holding the volume buttons. Oh, you mean TalkBack. Yeah, TalkBack you start by holding the 2 volume buttons. But that's only been around since, I think, Android 8. Before 8.0, you had to hold the power button down and then put 2 fingers on the screen, and that didn't used to work well. Which is why I say if you're going to use a version of Android, make sure that you're using a version of Android that's pretty current, like 11 or 12, because it's getting better. And if you're using an old version of the system from 2012, yeah, it was garbage, but it's getting better. Evanator says, yeah, that's the reason I don't use a Perkins Brailler, because they're very loud and clunky. Well, I mean, yeah, I get that, but if you need to write Braille, I mean, it just works.
It's called baby steps.
Lander, do I use Eloquence? No, I do not. And my dad's name is Steve. Any Braille devices that use eSpeak as the default speech engine? I don't know. Colby and Amanda's channel. How do I do a live stream on YouTube? Depends on what you're using. If you're using an iPhone or an iPad, you could just go to the app for YouTube and just use that to live stream. I think it would also work on Droid. If you're on Windows or Mac OS, you can use it inside your browser. Or I use Open Broadcaster software, which will link to your channel, and then you can tell it to create a broadcast, and it will live stream to your channel.
Or you do like I do and get your son to do it.
Or you can do that.
My poor attempt at a joke, sorry. I wouldn't know how to go live if you paid me. He's going to help me one of these days. I'm going to do a junk channel. Yes, a little free advertising.
Yes. JB YouTube says, the Focus Blue is the only display with dot firmness control. I think so, but you have to be using JAWS with it. That is controlled by JAWS. Dominic says, yes, it's sad that sighted people can be scared by blind people. I understand why. It's they just don't know. They don't know how to act. They've never been around people that are blind, and so they just don't know. And I think particularly when it comes to employment, they just don't know, and they don't want to get sued.
That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I don't know a good way to get around that aside from just trying to talk to people. And the people that will talk to you are great, and the ones that won't, well, you just move on. I suppose. Yep. And that's what Max said. Just said exactly the thing. Just said the thing that I was talking about.
If you don't mind, we'll go straight to the newest one. We'll just do that.
JB YouTube. Oh, the Braille note is awesome. Turn on your VPN and use Google Translate.
In Spanish class.
That's funny.
That's
funny. Oh, yeah, that way the IT people can't see that you're going to. Well, it's funny. JB YouTube says Acapella probably won't be coming to iOS. Really? That's disappointing. Max says that the Orbit reader is trash. I've never used one. I've heard that they're decent. You may have to update the software on it. I'm not sure.
Always update your software.
No.
Always.
I've had that drummed into me.
Always. Yeah, me too. My son's really anal about it, okay? He's like, I'm having a problem. Did you update it?
Well, and the reason...
I'll be back in a minute.
Uh-huh.
Turn it off, turn it back on, it updates.
And the reason we say that is because when you update it, it usually corrects bugs.
Exactly the problem you're at.
And things like that. So, yeah, I would say...
I check...
Yeah.
I probably check updates at least once a week.
Yeah.
If not more.
I'm
getting spoiled by Windows 10 too, because you don't have to go find drivers for anything. I picked up a whole bunch of old video games, right? And they wouldn't work on the XP machine that they're supposed to work on.
Oh.
Stuck them into was it Me 6? That quad core. Core 2. Oh, come on, Core 2 quad with an SSD running. I was playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I mean, it's an old game, but
yeah,
it worked good. We're getting spoiled by 10, and we're getting behind. I'll shut up.
Someone else, Colby Amanda's channel, saying the Orbit reader is garbage. See, I don't know. I've never used one. I don't know. I mean, I've heard that they're decent, but like I said, I don't have one, so I can't say. Yes, I know I'm way behind on comments, Max.
Oh, and somebody was asking, Max, when are you going to do your next video? No, he says, hey, Max, when are you going to do your next video?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that was Kimberly.
Mackenzie's asking about when was eSpeak available on Android? I have no idea. It's been around for a long time. Probably at least a good 10, 12 years. JB YouTube. Why does Amazon not let the Echo Shows get new versions of Fire OS without a new product? Probably because the effort of porting the new version of Android to them is not worth it, so they just make a new product. Because
they're in the business of selling product.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. It's like I predict at some point, I don't know when, but I predict they'll start cutting off. They'll start to cut off support for the oldest Echo devices, probably to the point where they don't even work.
Well, there's nothing you can do to them.
Yeah, well, and that hasn't happened yet, but after it does, you should just toss it because it might as well be a paperweight. But I predict that is going to happen in the not too distant future because of the society that we live in where things are made obsolete after, 8, 9, 10 years.
Well, that's the one flaw with the Echo products. Is like, okay, you come to the end of life on your Mac or your MacBook Air or something like that, right? You won't let you update nothing, right? So you put Flex on it, and at least it still works. The Echo, like an Echo Show or Echo whatever, once it's not supported by those guys, there's nothing you can do with them.
Yep.
It's not like you can take out the hard drive or
Nope.
put a new operating system on it and get it to work with anything.
Nope.
It ain't. Okay.
No.
So if you're listening, Amazon, and I know you are,
Okay.
okay, don't end of life us. We like it. Okay.
No.
Just pretend that the first generation Echo has copper wires going to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to happen at some point. I don't know when,
Backwards compatible.
but we'll see.
And we're really behind on comments.
Someone else talking about a channel. I'm just gonna.
That's Max. We might as well give him some free airtime. Max says probably won't make any more until Christmas time.
Until Christmas time.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Kimberly says okay.
Yep.
She's reading the comments too. Okay. We're way behind.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We could do a marathon. I could read it real fast.
Yeah,
Just how do I get open broadcast software on my laptop? I don't know. How do you get Eastern? I don't know. No. You're reading real fast.
OBS on your computer. You have to download it from the site. I made a couple of tutorials, and I put the links to the page to download it.
Yeah, I had like worldradio.net or something like that.
Yeah. And Max says if you're new to streaming, just use the app for YouTube. Yeah, I would recommend that because it's pretty easy to use the app to stream.
There's even YouTube, TikTok now.
YouTube, TikTok. Oh yeah,
Shorts. They call it shorts.
YouTube shorts. Oh yeah, I had people ask me if I would make those on my channel, and I don't think so because I don't see the point of them. Max says you probably want to start by going live on your phone. That's in reference to Colby and Amanda's channel.
You got an iPhone, they got a good camera on them.
Yep. Max says OBS is quite complex. JB, yeah, in the last skit, the robot did bypass the Windows 11 requirements and crashed because I thought it was funny.
That is pretty good.
Hey Max, bop it, says Kimberly. I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, Max is talking about hacking. Well, it's not really hacking because these are documented bypasses.
Well, they're choices you can make in the computer.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's really easy to bypass the checks that are put in place. So if you really want to run it, you can run it on pretty much any computer made within the last 10 or 12 years.
Yeah, just use an SSD and lots of RAM.
Yep. Yeah, don't run modern Windows on a platter drive. It is painfully slow.
That Core 2, that old Core 2 Duo I got, or Core 2 Quad, right? SSD in that thing, and it's just
Yep.
like that. It works great. Old, not obsolete.
Colby and Amanda's channel asking how to run Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Probably using... You'd probably want to get a copy of XP and run it inside of XP. If it's that old.
On a VM.
Yeah. Either on a VM or if you have an actual computer. Because there's lots of programs that may or may not work well on modern Windows. And so I just say use XP or 2000.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did. I got that old XP gaming machine.
Yeah.
It'll run some of those old discs because they're 32-bit or something. Yeah, I think it has something to do with it.
Oh, Lander's talking about the time difference between the U.S. and South Africa. Yeah, I think you're 8 hours ahead of me. So it is 3 o'clock here. Yeah, so it'd be
11 o'clock.
11 p.m. there.
Sorry. We try to pick a decent enough time for halfway around the world.
Yep.
We try.
Yep, and Max is telling...
We're still on.
Yeah, we are. Max is saying to run that game on Windows 95. That'd be the best thing to do, probably.
Yeah. That's an old computer.
Lander Dupree's, what is ice cream sandwich?
I can answer that. It's an Android iOS.
Well, so...
Android OS, sorry.
Well, it's a version of Android. It's also a... is it like a cake? Well, it's not really cake. It's a...
Okay, it's the same way that Apple goes snow leopard, snow lion, kitty cat, puma,
yeah,
whatever, and then they go Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam, or whatever.
Yeah.
And Intel goes, Clear Lake, Clover Lake, Swampy Lake.
Yeah.
It's just names. Instead of calling it version 2.7.66.192.976 / egregious error, Yeah.
Yeah. Now
I thought when I read ice cream sandwich at first, I said, "What the heck are they talking about?"
unless you mean the food.
No, I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. Then you started talking about jelly bean and all these other things. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
Naming
those
schemes.
they're naming schemes for old versions of Droid. I think they still use them internally, but the last one that I know of that was publicly used was Pi.
Yeah, so they name it after food.
Yeah, I think and Android 10 is called Queen Cake. It just keeps going, but
And you come up with brownie and apple dumpling.
I don't think they had brownie.
Chocolate eclair. Okay.
There was cupcake, donut, eclair,
Now I'm getting hungry. Thanks.
froyo. Yeah. Anyway. Colby and Amanda's channel. Is there a way to make it look like it's running on Windows 95? You can try the compatibility mode in Windows, but that may or may not work. I think if your software just doesn't want to run, that's when you'd want to get out a very old copy of Windows and just use that. Khalil talking about a hypervisor. For running VMs, yeah, I just do that. Yep, more people talking about Windows 95 VMs. Did your dad also like YouTube videos, says Leander. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No, I don't do them yet. I want to.
Oh.
I'd like to. Just my adventures of bringing Chris these old computers I keep finding.
Oh gosh.
I'm trying to make them work, and it's just. But I do it just like Chris does his channel with no video on it, and just like here, you know. This is what Chris sees when we're fooling around with these things.
Yeah.
You know. But we got some nice computers. People just throw away some nice stuff. But I should. But if I had to get on YouTube, I'd just say, Chris, hook me up. I'd take over his studio. And we'd say we wouldn't have to have a video camera.
Yeah, really.
No, we wouldn't. I just,
I
think it might be fun, but I don't know.
Colby and Amanda's channel asking about a hypervisor and using VMware. Might be easier if you contact me and I can try to help you. You can send me an email. It's christopher.j.wright, the number 4 at gmail.com. Don't really think I could explain it too well on here, and that would take way too much time. Someone wants me to do a demo of the Azure Voice. Okay, fine, we'll do that. Let's do... Let me find this real quick here. Azure text-to-speech demo. I think I can find it here. Let's see. Here we go. Is it a US voice? Let's see. We'll do English.
Keep going. For the U's. PQRSTU. United Kingdom. There you go.
US. Anna Neural. Here we'll do. Oops.
Not checked.
I'll turn that on.
Text to speak. Pitch button play. Stop
You
button.
can replace this text with any text you wish. You can either write in this text box or paste your own text here. Try
Yeah.
different languages and voices. Change the speed and the pitch of the voice.
That
You
sounds
can
like...
even tweak the SSML, speech synthesis markup language, to control how the different sections of the text sound. Click on SSML above to give it a try. Enjoy using text to speech.
That sounds like a very young child.
Text to speak.
Yeah, okay.
Q and
Let me turn this off.
OBS control audio volume mute desktop audio.
Female TikTok voice.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
I don't even want to hear it. I didn't hear it. I don't want to hear it. Save me.
Alright, so that's muted now. Let me go back to this here real quick. I'm going to probably end this here pretty soon, but I'm trying to get through all these. Mackenzie, no, just let Microsoft Sam read the comments.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, hi there, Chris. You don't know. You were live ignoring YouTube notifications lately, just messing around with the graveyard and mausoleums in AHC today.
Oh, okay. Well, have fun with A Hero's Call.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. Evanator's playing World of Warcraft? Yeah, I think that's what that means. JB YouTube, is the GPD Win Max a pocket computer? It's a I want to say it's about the size of an iPad mini, so it's not exactly pocket sized, not anymore, but it's still pretty small.
Well, the first iteration was.
Yeah.
But the screen's too small for the size.
Yeah.
For people that can see, it's too small.
Yeah, no, I think the GPD Win Max is about the size of an iPad mini.
Yeah, they put like a 5-inch screen on it because it's about as small as you can go without getting a headache.
Colby and Amanda's channel, I have an SSD in my laptop. Yeah, that's a very good thing.
Yeah. You'll never go back. Unless forced at gunpoint. Okay.
Evanator's talking about a tram in World of Warcraft. Okay, I'm not really sure what that's about, but okay.
Tram's like a train.
Got some people saying hi. Hey, Ken.
Hey.
Evanator. Sorry, last message was too long, so couldn't send the whole thing. Yeah, definitely have to agree with you, Max. Don't run Windows 10 or 11 on a platter drive or on crappy hardware.
No.
It's just not fun.
SSDs are cheap. You don't even have to get a big one because you could use a platter drive for storage.
Yep.
Okay, but you get your OS on an SSD.
It's fast. It's
And if you got a PCI Gen 3, get an NVMe.
Marco, I think no one should have an 8 HDD. Well,
For storage.
as a boot drive, no. For storage, that's fine, but definitely not as a boot drive.
Unless you want to punish yourself.
Colby Amanda's channel asking how to get XP. There's a bunch of ways. Like I said, if you contact me, I can help you with that, but it's just, this isn't really the best place to do things like that because it would take forever.
But yeah, you can get copies of all that stuff.
And can I install Windows 11 when I'm done? You don't need to do anything because basically a VM, it runs on top of your current computer. So it's basically, if you can think of it as you're running another computer inside of your existing computer, but as far as the computer is concerned, it's running its own computer. It doesn't know that it's not a real computer.
It's a simulation. They dumb down the components so that if something's only running at 32-bit colors or whatever, however they do that stuff, it just dumbs it down for you, so it'll work. Yeah. I've seen you do it 100 times.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I wanted to play pinball, right? So he puts a VM of XP on my computer, and I got pinball.
Yep.
With the sound. You don't have to goof around, because half the time when you install Windows on something, you don't have your drivers for the sound, and then you got to goof around trying to find drivers and downloading, and I hate that stuff.
yep.
I don't download. You know how I download? I get my son to do it.
Yeah, definitely Max saying if your computer can run 11, it's way too new for XP. Yeah. But if you run it inside of your current operating system, it really doesn't matter.
Or talk to people and see if they got old computers laying around.
Yep.
Heck, it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be that hard to find an XP computer that works.
Oh, no.
I've pulled XPs out of the garbage, for Pete's sake,
Oh, yeah.
that run XP Pro, Vista,
Oh, yeah.
all that junk.
JBTube says Sam is taking forever. With the Survive the Wild update, yeah, but I'd rather wait and have it actually be polished. So just you have to be patient. A virtual version, Kobe Amanda's channel. I mean, a virtual version of XP, you mean? But it says that it doesn't work very well. How so? I mean, I've had it work extremely well. People saying that STW may not get the update. I don't know. We shall see. Survive the Wild. Yeah, no, that particular game will be out when it's ready and not before. People asking about VMs. What were Android 11, 12, and 13 called? Well, I can check here. Let's go to endoflife.date. And yes, that is an actual website which gives you information about the end of life dates for all kinds of products. So let's see, we got so Android 10 is called Queen Cake. Android 11 is Red Velvet Cake. Red Velvet Cake, okay.
German chocolate's the next one, right?
And Android 12 is apparently called Snow Cone. And 12.1 is still called Snow Cone. Android 13 Tiramisu. I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
Tiramisu.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is, but I know how to say it.
Tiramisu. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So they had pie, Oreo, nougat, marshmallow, lollipop, Kit Kat, jelly bean.
Yep.
I give them credit for creativity.
Yeah. Let's keep going here. Max says he's tried Windows 95 inside a virtual machine and it's painful. Yeah, it's well, I mean, you gotta remember what you're dealing with. This is Windows 95, so yeah.
98 was better anyway. Everybody switched to 98 as soon as they could.
Colby Amanda's channel. How do I get a hypervisor? The only blind-friendly one on Windows is VMware. I would like Microsoft to add audio support to Hyper-V, but they haven't done it yet. Windows 95 is just buggy, says Max. But you shouldn't have trouble being able to run virtual machines. I like how your dad says okay at the end of about every sixth sentence. Okay, then.
Okay, thanks.
People talking about VMware being a hypervisor. Yep. Not. I got Ken asking if he can join Team Talk. No. Bryant says Windows 95 VM didn't support Wi-Fi. Yeah, no,
It's too old.
I don't think it supports Ethernet, and that's what VMware does. It emulates a network card, and I think it's too old because I'm pretty sure 95 required a dial-up modem, and VMware doesn't emulate that, so no network access for you. But it doesn't really matter because you couldn't really do much on the internet with 95.
Man, there's no way.
Not really.
You're just using it to run old games that you can't.
JB YouTube says this is a spam comment. Not sure what that was.
That can be safely ignored. Okay.
Marco is asking what's going on with the TTS plugin for live chat. I don't know. It's gone. JB YouTube is leaving. Yep. You take care.
Sorry we were so late finding out you're gone. You're probably
Yeah.
gone. We apologize.
And there's Bryant talking about the thing I did before with the Microsoft Voice. Yeah, I think it kind of does breathe. I know I'm behind like crazy. Okay, Colby Amanda's channel says I sent you an email. I'll check once this is done. Blind Games World saying hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Colby Amanda saying might be using the wrong version of VMware. It's possible. I don't know. Super Adventures with Candle Kid. How can you use so many platforms? I've taught myself basically. I've taught myself, so I've used Mac OS, I've used Android, iOS, Windows, Chrome OS. Yes, even Windows Phone, which is, well, that's gone now, but I'm going to skip some of these. Leander asks if I'll go to the moon. Probably not. Probably not in my lifetime, but we'll see. I doubt it, though. Might be kind of cool, though, but I doubt it because it'll probably be really, really expensive. Marco says the XP VM audio stutters a lot. I don't know. Try upgrading to the latest version of VMware because that seems to fix it. There is a program somewhere that you can run that will fix the audio issues. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. Max saying that you need to be running XP on Mac OS or Linux for the audio problems to stop. Yeah, I don't know. That's bizarre. I'm not going to get into that on here, Ken. Polestar says it's tedious to dispel the runestones. Oh, on A Hero's Call? Yeah, it absolutely is. I agree.
Excuse me. I don't have a cough button.
Bryant says, wait, which Ken is this? I don't know. I thought it was the same one. If not, I'm sorry, but... Microsoft Samsung go to the moon? Says Leander. What? Okay. Oh, look, I'm actually caught up.
No way.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's because everybody left a while ago.
Oh, yeah, send me an email. I thought you were someone else. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, in that case, send me an email, Ken, and we can go from there. Wow, I'm actually caught up. Wow.
And thank you for the 11 people that are hanging in there with us.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
Yes, we really do.
Yes.
Super Adventures with Candlekit. Can I give you a shout out in my next video? Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll do it right back. If Super Adventures with Candlekid has anything on the internet, go look at it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Leander's asking if I can play games. No, it's not what I'm doing on these types of streams. Not really. But yeah, I've got a couple things queued up that I'll put out here pretty soon. Someone wanted me to do a demo of Operation Black Square. So I'll put that out here pretty soon. Evanator says congratulations. Not sure what that's in reference to. Probably the number of...
The shout outs. Or people hanging in there.
Or the viewers, yeah.
Here, okay, I can do this one here.
Can
you give me a shout? This is Blind Games World says, can you give me a shout out for your next video? We'll do it better. Hey, if you want to go see something cool, go look at Blind Games World. Somewhere.
I'm not sure what the link is off the top of my head.
I didn't do a very good shout out. I'll try better next time. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm sorry, Ken. I thought you were someone else.
I like the name Beyond Sight, though. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, Beyond Sight.
That's like alternate options. Yes.
Max talking about running VMware on Linux.
VMs on Linux. Yeah.
Running VMs on Linux. Yeah, I've never tried Player on Linux. I've always used KVM, but that's a little more complicated to get installed and get going. Super Adventures with Candlekid says, I'm a first starting YouTuber. Do I have any advice? I mean, I don't know. Just make your content and
do what you like. That makes it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, just do the things that you enjoy and
share it with people.
If people like it, that's great. I mean, I put this out here, and I don't necessarily care if people enjoy it. I mean,
you hope they do.
I mean, I'm glad that they do. Yes, but it's not mandatory that you have to enjoy it. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I would say just try to be the best possible. Try to be the best edition of you that you can be, and put your content there. And if people like it, that's great. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 9 years, and then it's been crazy cool. So just give it time, and yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just find out what happens. Well,
Okay, that's a good one. Read that.
Evanator says, welcome at the
Illegal shout out.
illegal shout out trade.
Yeah, shameless plugs. That's Candle Kid spelled with a U.
Yeah. Max talking about dual booting Windows and Linux. You are braver than me.
Yeah. I dual booted 10 and 10. What did we have? I had one that was dual booting, but it was
I think it was 10 and 11, but that was just weird.
I don't trust dual booting for some reason.
My email is just lowercase c. I don't know if the case matters, but I would just not use case. Oh.
Hello?
And there's a cat.
It's Bob.
Max says, I use Linux to avoid Windows because it's become crap. I would use Linux. The problem is the screen reader crashes constantly, and I can't bring it back up without restarting the computer, which is really obnoxious. So, yeah. So Super Candle Kid's asking about how often to upload to YouTube. That depends on you.
A lot.
I would say a lot. I mean, I guess I do it a lot, but the problem I have is I'm running out of good content to demonstrate. So a lot of the time I'm not really sure what I want to do in terms of content, but yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
Keep it kind of short.
Yeah.
I mean, 15, 20 minutes and do it a lot.
Yeah.
And do it a lot.
I used to do that, but then my stuff kind of goes longer now, and I'm just like, well, that's okay.
Yeah, because once in a while, because you start, I know my habits of watching people on YouTube and stuff is I'm constantly looking for new stuff, and I'll binge watch their old stuff until I'm all caught up. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's like with Chris's channel, you can go back 9 years. Man, he's been doing it a lot long. Wow.
A lot of stuff.
Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. Hell. Why not? You build it, they will come. Don't expect viral videos overnight. Okay, we're not TikTokers.
Well, my content is not viral. Not even close.
Ooh, did you hear what Chris said about no? Yeah,
Nope.
Really? Nobody cared. I mean,
Benjamin, I've been wanting to switch to Linux. I'm not sure how accessible the process is. Problem with Linux, there's a bunch of different distributions out there that are all different. For a blind user, I would recommend something with the is it Mate or Mate? I think it's Mate because it's Spanish, I think. But try try to get a distribution with the the graphical environment is called Mate. So the two that come to mind off the top of my head, you can try Ubuntu Mate or what's the other one? Mint. Those seem to be the two that work the best. And I would recommend trying to run those inside of a VM before you even think about trying to install it primarily on your computer, because you ideally would want to find out if it'll work. My problem, as I've said, is I've used Linux for quite a while, but the screen reader will crash from time to time, or I don't know if it crashes or if it just quits talking, and I can't bring it back up without turning the computer off and back on again. I don't know what the deal is. I've heard that's a bug in the desktop environment, but it's really obnoxious. So I would say just try it. Max talking about you have to use third-party utilities to prevent Windows Update from overwriting grub. See, I don't dual boot Windows and Linux, and I wouldn't recommend it unless you know exactly what you're doing. Just don't.
Or if you have a spare computer.
Yeah, if you have an if you have an extra computer, just install it there. Otherwise, I would install it primarily on your computer or install it inside of a VM that runs on top of Microsoft Windows. What distro was I using? Asked Max. Yeah, Ubuntu Mate and Mint. Blind Games World, where do I get the Microsoft voices? It depends. The ones that come with Windows are obviously there. There's a folder of them. Well, honestly, I should link to them on my website because that would make it a lot easier to find them. I'm gonna have to do that. I should just do it. Polestar is asking about Polestar Legend is asking about the stones in A Hero's Call, dealing with the third one. I don't remember. If you walk around, you should find them all. But that graveyard map is obnoxiously difficult. I don't like it. Evanator, says, I think that you should look at content creators and think of the things that you like and try to make your own version of that. I would tend to agree. The problem I have is there's a bunch of people that do it, so after a while it's like, well, which one do you like the most? Or maybe you enjoy them all, and that's okay. But yeah, that's a good tip. Max using Zorin OS. Yeah, that does not have the Mate desktop, and I refuse to use anything else. Yes, Mate does have problems, but it's the most accessible I've found. The Lunario Mausoleum is what Polestar is having problems with. Yeah, I don't know. You may just have to explore it, because I didn't find it too hard to find them. I found it harder to go into those mausoleums and do the tasks that you have to do. Ken says, I think I sent you an email. Polestar. Oh, look, I'm actually caught up now. That's... I'm going to probably end this around 4. Just as an FYI. Let me actually check my email here real quick, just to see if I got anything. Oh, I forgot I'm on a different computer. Whoopsie.
Sorry about that.
Well, I guess I'm not doing that on this computer. My mom's name is... Wait, hang on, what the hell?
You don't remember Shane.
No! Her name is Nancy. Sorry, I got sidetracked for a second.
I had to whisper it in his ear.
Her name is Nancy.
Her name is Mom, yeah.
Or, well, there is that too, but that's not really her name. And
it's like if somebody asks you what's your phone number. Hell, I don't know. I don't call myself.
Yeah.
You know.
At some point, I can probably get her on here. Maybe. Oop. There's someone at the front door. Nah, I don't care. I won't answer questions I don't want to answer. That's just how that works. Evanator is going to go. Okay, well, you take care. I hope you have enjoyed the stream. Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, I'm not going to answer questions that I don't want to answer. That's just how that works. All right, so I think I'm finally caught up on comments. Look at that. That's amazing.
Oh, you shouldn't answer this kind of question. Oh, okay. It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, I'm not going to answer questions I don't want to answer. Leander asks, what is Linux? It's another...
Operating system.
Well, it's a kernel that operating systems can be based off of. The problem with asking what it is it's kind of hard to say, because there are so many different types of it. So it's an operating system, yes, but it's an open source one, and basically people can take the kernel and they can make their own, I guess their own operating systems that can be very different from each other. So it's that's the best way that I can think of it.
Okay, you got IBM PCs, right? Windows computers,
Right.
operating system. You got Apple, they have their operating system.
Yeah.
And then Linux is like a big umbrella, okay? And anybody can base they just change the graphics around, that's all. That's what it is. And the instructions that you give it. And you can play with it the way you can't play with Windows 10 or Mac iOS.
Well, yeah, I mean, so
That's the way I see it. That's what I understand.
that's basically it. My understanding is because Mac, right? So Mac is controlled by a single company.
Microsoft is by a single company.
Right.
Right. Chrome is by a single company. And Linux is the Raspberry Pi of the computing world. You can do anything you want with it and put it out there. And maybe people will use it, maybe people won't.
Yeah, the problem with it is it's not what I would call a mainstream general consumer thing.
Nope.
It's more geared at people that know what they're doing.
It's like people that hot rod their cars.
Yeah, I think the best thing to happen in terms of that is you have things like Chrome. Chrome is based off of the kernel of Linux. Android is as well. So technically there are millions and millions of people that have they have computers in their pockets that have a form of it, but it's not called, well, it's called Android, not Linux. So it's the basis on which you can build different types of platforms. Basically, that's probably the best way that I can explain it.
We're past that. Past that. Past that. Yeah, alternative.
People talking about Linux. If Windows was open source, maybe it would be better. Maybe not.
It confused too many people. We don't want freedom of choice. Tell us what to do. I don't know. Look at most people just want to turn their computer on and go to YouTube or Twitter. Okay.
Well, and that's what Chrome OS is great at. It's just the browser. It's just the browser. Well, it's not just, but it's like 99% browser. My email, I'll type it up here in the chat. You can send me an email. Here we go. So there you go. There is my email address. You can send me an email if you like. Polestar Legend, now that there's only one way. I think I did the Graveyard in the first 2 or 3 parts. So you don't have to listen to the whole thing. But I forget where it's at off the top of my head. Let's see here. 8 watching now. Okay. So there's my email, and I'll be live here for about another 10 minutes or so. So if you got any more questions, let me know.
Yeah, I gotta go fold laundry in a minute anyway.
Yeah, that's all right.
Max is right.
Yep, Max.
Says most people want to simply turn their computer on and listen to YouTube. They don't want to look at Windows Update or having Windows Restart when you're trying to do. Yeah.
Yep, that's why.
Yep.
That's why the vast majority of the population should use Chrome OS. I'm not joking. I'm serious.
It just works.
Yep.
Good grief! What did we put it on? We put it on something with an SSD and like only 4 gigs of RAM or 3 gigs of RAM, and it's just.
It's fast. It's fast, yeah.
Not as fast as an NVMe, but it's fast. It's snappy. That's all people want. They click on something, they want it to. Boom.
Yep.
That's all they want.
Yeah.
And you get too many choices with running Windows or running a Mac. I don't really know much about Macs, but yes.
I do think, I think most people would be served well by either using Mac OS or Chrome OS. Though I think Chrome OS would be better just because it's
the economics.
Yeah, it's way cheaper. And especially if you don't need to run the applications inside of Mac OS, it's not really necessary. Now, I do think Mac OS just in general is a better system, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No. Well, your sister and your mom always were complaining about the PCs being slow, and since you went to Macs, I haven't heard it once.
yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hi.
Chrome OS or Linux? No, Chrome OS Max. The problem with Linux is there are way too many versions. Most of them, to my knowledge, have to be updated manually, and it's an operating system for power users, not the average computer user. So I have to say Chrome OS.
Except for Max has got a point in his next one there. Okay. And I'll tell you why. He says Linux might actually be more simple in some respects if you think about it. Most software the average users rely on is available on Linux. Right, and you don't have to sign in to a Google account to use it.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the Flex.
Yeah.
I don't like to sign into stuff. I watch YouTube. I don't sign into it. I look at a bunch of websites. I do not sign into them. I don't want to spend a lot of time passwording and goofing around.
Yeah.
Just to use it. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends too on what you would want to do as the end user. I don't know, because the problem I have is you have all these guys and it says, oh, you have to go into the terminal and you have to type everything, and I guess that's not strictly true, but I don't know. Polestar says, oh, that's even better. Oh, in relation to my stuff on A Hero's Call? Yeah, I guess. I'm not really sure.
Damn, you're caught up again.
I guess so.
Oh, quick. We'll take last minute questions. Fire them at
Yep.
us, quick.
I'll take a few more questions here. We've got about 8 minutes to go.
One-word answers. Yes or no questions.
Yeah, really. Let's see, I'm just waiting for some more to come in here. Oh, yeah.
Because I do have to go full of my laundry.
Oh.
Then figure out how to hook up another microphone.
Yeah, I don't know. Max says, and it's not too hard to use the command line. You say that, I say that, but again, most people they just want it to work.
Point and click.
Yeah. They just want it to work, and that's why I really do think Chrome OS is just better, because it's about as easy as you can get. I mean, yeah. Ubuntu does, yeah. Again, I don't know.
Thank you to the 6 diehards.
Wait, really? Let's see. Oh, good. We've got 6 people that are still watching. Well, that's kind of cool.
It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for putting up with me.
I enjoy it. I truly do. Let's see. We got anything else here?
We have some good conversations. I'll say that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Max is right.
Yes, it is. But you will still run into things that Chrome OS cannot do that you need Mac or Windows for. Again, I mean, that's true, but again, it depends on what type of user that you're talking about. Chrome OS is good for the people that just want to do things inside of a browser. So that could be checking email, playing videos,
Gambling.
yeah, just all kinds of things. So I mean,
Most of them aren't putting together videos or doing
No.
anything like that, editing. Because if you're going to start editing stuff, man, you don't want to use Chrome OS anyway.
no.
Excuse me. I will say that the Chrome OS, that at least the Flex looks more polished. Okay. Because sometimes those Linux operating systems, they just look, I don't know, cheap's not the word. 32-bit instead of 64-bit, how about that?
I got Benjamin asking if Google mines data.
I'm sure they do.
I mean, they probably do, but to be fair,
Everybody does.
everyone does. I mean, you got Microsoft doing it, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't really. I'm not that paranoid. Let's put it that way. I'm not that paranoid.
If you're worried about it, don't use it.
Yeah.
Use passenger pigeons.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's about it, unless we've got some more comments incoming, but I'm about ready to end this here.
Another notice. We like this. Let's see. Oh, no. That was
Nope.
Alexa. Play notification.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. A shipment has arrived.
Oh, it's a notification from Amazon saying that a shipment has arrived.
My thermostat telling me that. Yeah. Don't be afraid of smart thermostats. Just don't get them from the power company. Ooh.
Max saying all these companies invade your privacy.
Yes. That's why you use Brave browser number one. Because we don't want to look at the ads.
I'm sure it's for marketing and so that they can try to give you ads. And
Market research, man, that's all.
yeah.
That's why they do it.
Yeah.
That's how they can give it to you for free because they sell the information. So, oh, gee, these dozen people spend Sunday afternoons talking to each other on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And we got listening in with our Echo devices. We know that they like this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
Or they don't like this or that. It's like when, again, I go back to the audiobooks. I swear they were listening to us. Okay?
It's possible.
Because like 1 week you can only play it on one, and the next thing you know, whew, okay, who cares?
But
Turn it all off if you're afraid. But
and Max says, and most people don't look at ads. Well, I don't know about that.
no, I watch YouTube. I skip ads.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And if you use a Brave browser, you never see them.
I think they still collect money, though, from ads. I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm pretty sure.
You're getting a minuscule percentage of 1 cent for every viewer, something like that.
Yeah.
It's small. But yeah, I mean, they just, every time you sign into anything with your address, your name, your age, and your, preferred sex. Okay, 63-year-old guys like watching YouTubes about fixing computers.
Yeah.
15-year-old boys like watching half-naked women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know what to target. We heard Steve talking about Jeeps. I'm doing a test. I want to see how many Jeep ads come up in the next few hours.
Max says, yeah, and there are some settings that can't be turned off.
Mm-hmm.
Or privacy. Yeah, I mean,
okay, you install 10. The first thing you do is turn off those dozen things. Tracking you and this and that and the other thing. Shut all that junk off.
It doesn't turn it all off, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It cuts it down.
yeah. I mean, like I said, if you're that paranoid, I would encourage you to turn off your phone, turn off the
TV.
internet. Yep, your TVs.
Yep.
You should close your access to the bank.
Yep. Turning your card, do nothing but cash.
Yep.
Cash your checks at a cash checking place.
Yep.
Yeah. Move to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not that paranoid.
Well, and then you do a risk benefit analysis. You know, do you get more benefit out of using these things than intrusion upon your privacy? Well, yeah, I get more use out of it than I feel violated.
Yeah.
You know, my dad, he wouldn't, man, you know, in the early days, Yahoo Messenger, don't point that camera at me. Okay, whatever. Like you got something that somebody wants to steal.
Yeah.
Take my credit rating, go ahead.
Yeah.
You won't get very far. It'd be like stealing my car, there's no gas in it.
But yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm gonna get off of here.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, things like that, just let me know.
And if you missed any of this exciting stream, it will be posted later so you can hear it played back.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
All right. You guys take care. I will be back at some point here pretty soon with some more stuff. So let me find the button here. And you guys take care.
Happy trails to you.
Yes.
Until we meet again. Happy trails to you.
Bye, you guys.
I don't know the rest of it.